Tell me a ghost story that sounds completely unbelievable but is entirely true.
Okay, so this situation happened within a 3 day time span. So I used to do home health care. And I had this one lady, and she was the sweetest can be. Like, she was one of my favorites. But she was 103. You couldn't tell she was 103 because she looked really good and she was still independent, but she really just needed someone to like be there with her and watch her to make sure nothing happened. So I was third shift. I did 7:30 to 7:30. I had about 3 to 4 days on, and then I had the rest of the days off. So like I said, this happened in a 3 day time span because by the fourth day she was unfortunately gone. So first night comes, and every time when I would get there, she would always have like a pillow and a blanket and the remote waiting for me because she's like, you're gonna be here all night. You might as well get comfortable, watch some TV, do what you gotta do. Which I did get comfortable, watch some TV. I did. So I'm in the living room watching TV. Now, mind you, off to the side there were a set of stairs that led to the upstairs. But she had not been upstairs in the last, I think, like 10 years because she just could not do stairs anymore. So the upstairs was just really not used, and her family didn't really come see her either, so no one had been in the upstairs in about 10 years. So as I'm sitting there watching TV, all of a sudden I literally hear footsteps, light footsteps, come down the stairs. And it happened real quick, but I heard the footsteps come down the stairs. So I quick look over, and I'm sitting there like, nah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I ain't got no sleep. I really didn't get no sleep the night before, so I'm like, I'm tripping. I'm just tripping. So about a good maybe 2 minutes later, I hear the footsteps going back up the stairs. Like, you know, when you can hear from going up from going down. I heard the footsteps going back up the stairs. So at this point, I know I'm not tripping. I know for a fact I heard something. It's not because I'm late, because I'm tired. I really heard something. So I go and I check on, we'll call her Miss Mabel. So I go and I check on Miss Mabel, and she's sitting straight up in her bed, right? Staring at a corner in her room. And I'm like, Miss Mabel, Miss Mabel. And she did not snap out of it until I went over and I touched her shoulder. And she said, oh, what are you doing up? Or is everything okay? And I'm like, girl, are you okay? So I put her back to bed. And then the night passes, I leave, I come back the next night. So the next night comes, and this night I am exhausted. Like, I had just worked my second job earlier in the day. I didn't get a chance to take a nap, so I am exhausted because I had been up almost 24 freaking hours, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm dozing off on the couch, and all of a sudden I hear her talking, but not like as in like just saying, oh, just having a little conversation with herself. No, she's literally, everything she's saying is a response to something. Like, she's having a conversation with somebody. So after a little while, I go in the room and I ask, I'm like, hey, Miss Mabel, like, what's going on? You okay? Like, who are you talking to? This lady looks at me with the biggest smile on her face, and she said, oh, I'm just talking to the lovely lady that's been coming to see me for the last past couple nights. So you know what immediately popped in my head? What fucking lady? Ain't no lady in here. So I'm like, okay, girl, okay, you know. I'm like, maybe we should get you back to bed. So I put her back to bed, and that night passes, and I go home. Third night comes. So the third night comes, and this is where shit like just really starts to just amp up, amp up. So I'm sitting on the couch in the living room minding my business, right? And all of a sudden, I hear footsteps come back down those stairs, okay? And this time I hear them go into the kitchen. Mind you, the kitchen is right behind me. So I'm frozen in fear. I'm not looking behind me at all. I'm sitting there acting like I didn't hear it. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So after about 5 minutes of me sitting there frozen in fear and in sweat, Miss Mabel comes around the corner. Now, mind you, in the living room, she had this special chair that she loved to take naps in, or she loved to just come and sleep in the middle of the night when she couldn't, just sleep in her bed. So she comes in and she's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just spend the rest of the night in here with you. And I said, why, Miss Mabel? Is everything okay? That's fine, but are you okay? This woman looks at me and she goes, the people in my room won't stop talking to me. Hello? So at this point, I'm terrified, but I don't want her to know that I'm terrified and that I'm shitting my pants right now because I'm supposed to be there to protect you, right? Right. So I finally get her to go back to sleep so I can be in fear by myself. So I jet out the door the next day. I was so glad to see the day nurse come because I was like, girl, I gotta fucking go. And literally, probably around like 5 or 6 o'clock that night, I got a call saying I don't have to come in because she passed away. And I feel like whatever was going on in that house, or whoever the fuck was going through the house or running through the house or messing with her in the middle of the night, I really feel like they were preparing her to go. Looking back on it, I really feel like they was. But I don't know. I've never experienced anything else like that ever again. I hope that I never do, because that was some freaky shit. But yeah.